Some never get the chance to be seen at all. The morning is thick with expectation. A conference room, somewhere downtown, sterile and suffocating. The smell of too much coffee. Two people, jittery, restless, speaking before their mouths even open. Outside, the world is moving, cars weaving through intersections, pedestrians glancing down at their phones, not truly seeing where they're going. Inside, two jittery people, time is stretching, folding in over itself, tightening like a noose around their throats. This is not just an interview. This is the moment where futures are decided, or so they believe. They have rehearsed their answers, studied the questions that may come, but the one thing they have not yet prepared for is the weight of their own doubt.
I read somewhere that the color of your tie can change everything. No one wears ties anymore, except overachievers.
So screwed.
Oh, we've been screwed. What's worse, underdressing or overdressing? Over. Always over. You smell desperation. But under is careless. Under means that you don't care enough. You don't care enough. No, I care too much. That's the problem. That is the problem. It's just an interview. It's never just. It's just an interview. No, it's everything.
Ben sits there, waiting, watching, a presence neither comforting nor intrusive. He has done this before, sat in this very seat, in this very silence, feeling the same weight. The cycle repeating, an unbroken loop where the faces change but the fear remains the same. He knows the game. He knows the inevitable outcome. Yet still, he waits. For what? Redemption? A chance to rewrite the script? Perhaps. Or maybe just to see if this time things play out any differently.
I wonder if he'll be in there.
Oh, he'll be there.
He always is. He'll forget. Oh, he always does. Well, someone say he had it coming. Someone saying he had it all figured out. Same thing.
And then it's over. A shift, a loss, a moment unacknowledged. The cycle resets. The next name on the list, the next hopeful, the next sacrifice to the machinery of expectation. But then, he was here before, and now he is here again. What's worse, overdressing or underdressing, caring too much or too little, breathing or forgetting to breathe, living or realizing too late that you never truly did. As many things do, with a journey. The last train of the night, a near-empty carriage, a flickering of old fluorescent lights reflecting the glass. Outside, the world rushes past in smears of darkness, an occasional Occasional glimpses of life. A diner still glowing, a street lamp struggling against the weight of the night. Inside, two passengers, weary in different ways, waiting for something they cannot name. Sitting alone can be calming. The train screeches to a halt as the doors open to pack the train further. The train screeches to a halt.
Missed the earlier one? I just feel like catching it. So you chose to be stuck on this one?
No one chooses to be stuck. They just end up that way.
Sounds like an excuse.
And you sound like someone who makes too many plans.
Maybe I do.
That's the problem with plans, you know. You make them, and then suddenly you're on a track, one way forward with no stops.
Funny.
Elliot carries something invisible, but heavy, a weight that pulls her shoulders forward, that turns her voice inward. Marlowe, on the other hand, bristles against the silence, filling it with half-formed thoughts, observations thrown like stones into still water, waiting for a rip. They're strangers, but only in the way that all people, at first, are strangers.
Funny thing about these experiences, it feels like time stops. Like nothing outside is moving.
Maybe nothing is.
Or maybe we're the ones that are moving.
Maybe that wouldn't be so bad.
No.
But think about it. You know, the expectations, the deadlines, just existing.
Sounds lonely.
Sounds peaceful.
No. There's stillness and then there's peace.
And stillness, that's just another word for dead. Well, that's dark, but I don't know. Maybe it just depends on which you're running from.
Oh, so that's what this is. You're running.
Sure, isn't everybody?
Not me. I just get on trains and I see where they take me.
Sounds like running.
It's wandering. It's a big difference.
Wandering without stopping is running, just in disguise.
There's something about motion that tricks the mind, the sensation of forward momentum, the illusion of progress. But in the end, a train is only following tracks already laid, a path already chosen.
Yeah, once. And it didn't like what caught up with me.
See, now you're interesting.
Was I not before?
No, you weren't. Before, you were just another person on a train. Now you're a person with a past.
Everybody has a past.
Yeah, true. But not everyone's trying to outrun others.
And then there is a shift, so small that it could be unnoticed when we're not paying attention. A breath, called just a second too late. A glance, a flicker of recognition before something inside unravels.
You did it all.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No. But we gotta start somewhere.
Huh.
Some departures are expected. Others are simply necessary. The last train home. A journey, a confession, a slow unwinding of the self. Some make it to the final stop. Others get off before they reach it. And some, well, some were never on board to begin with. Family dinner, a tradition, an obligation, a battlefield disguised as a meal. There's nothing particularly remarkable about this table or the people who sit around it, and yet, like all family dinners, it carries history, a weight unseen but always felt. A diner, the same one they've come to for years. The booths are worn, the lighting just dim enough to blur the past with the present. There's something about places like this, frozen in time, refusing to change, even when the people inside them do. Even when those people leave, or disappear, or become echoes of themselves. A clock ticks, a coffee cup clinks against porcelain. Outside, the world moves, but inside, time has stopped.
This is fun. No heartwarming. I'm so glad I came.
No one asked you to come.
Mom did. And when Mom asks, you show up. Unless you're you, of course, and then you just send a text with some weird excuse. Here we go.
I missed one dinner.
One. Try a dozen. It's like you think you're above this or something.
Right. Because nothing screams elitism like a kind of family meal, where half the conversation is about whether chicken is smoky or not.
You say that, but you're here now. Which means some part of you still lives in me.
Yeah. Mom made it sound urgent, and I thought someone was dying.
Uncle Ben, you dying?
Good to know.
You ever wonder why we never talk about anything real?
Define real.
Like emotions, resentment. The fact that this thing is just one big performance. I mean, we sit here, we pick our food, we barely look at each other.
Maybe that's the point.
We're pretending.
No. The ritual of it. The fact that we still gather and act like a family, even if it's broken. That's bleak. It's reality.
You don't even like me, do you?
No, not particularly.
But we're siblings, and
That's supposed to mean something, right?
does it? Now that Uncle Ben is, you know.
He raised us and we held this together.
Yeah, now it's gone.
It's still sitting right there.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you ever wonder if, I don't know, anyone would notice if we were to just disappear?
Of course we notice.
You sure?
Don't be ridiculous.
Do you really think we're that different? That we're not just already fading, already half gone, like him?
You always do this. You turn everything into some existential crisis.
Yeah, and you refuse to talk about anything deeper than the weather.
Because it's exhausting having to assign meaning to every little thing.
Do you think I want to? I mean, it's just sitting there like an empty seat at a table. Some say he had one.
He wasn't exactly present even when he was alive.
You know what? I think this is it.
What?
The last one. The last dinner. The last time that we pretend that we're so close just because we used to.
Yeah.
weight of words left unsaid, of glances that never meet. It is the slow, quiet erosion of memory, fading, slipping, until all that remains is the outline of where a person used to be. But sometimes the dead were already ghosts long before the end.